I do believe we have started. Hello, everyone. I'm hoping to get a few people on this one. I will start announcing my lives, but I think this is just an easier way to go all the way around. And today we are in the new yarn closet. That window's going to blow out because I'm in Benson, Arizona, and it's sunny, sunny. But you're just going to have to look behind me to get a little tour. So this is the door. Put one of my mom's quilts on the back. That's my front porch of my house that is freshly newly painted with my metal screen door and my bright red, daring red front door. I just got a trim today, so it's not looking, she doesn't usually style it afterwards, and I didn't really put much into it when I got home. I'm trying to grow it out a little bit. My husband has made a request, so since he traded his Polaris for a nicely painted house, I'll make an effort, right? I'm not going much longer, maybe this much longer. You know, then I could have the occasional little ponytail in back, but I like this. We are trying to thin it out a little bit, or whatever she does, so it's not so mushroomy at the bottom, because he's not a fan of that. Says it makes me look like more of an old lady. Whatever. So here is my yarn closet. Okay, I got one of these gargantuan systems because it was less expensive than the counterpart in wood by half or more. But here's the deal, people. It's a stinker to put together, and you can't really move it or jostle it because then it will come undone. And as much as I thought I would love the doors, because I'm a ladybug, if you know what that means. I like to put stuff away and put it behind a door so I don't see it. Chip wants to be with Mom. Hi, Chip. Come on. Sadie, do you want to come too? Come on, Sadie. Chip, Sadie, come. Come on, inside. See, I salvaged this off the garage sale and fixed it up. It's just a little dog gate. So now they can sit. I have a lovely rug. I have my big blind person sign. My friends, some friends in Canada sent that to me. And one half of this is house storage. Okay, so this is house storage. Because this really is a closet, people. This is our storeroom closet for the house. The inside of the house has no closets other than in the bedrooms. That's it. And a small pantry closet in the kitchen. So we have a large pantry off the back porch patio. And then this storeroom. Luckily, we have a small shed out back for lawnmower and that kind of thing. So this is my yarn closet. And Sadie is going to make a little bed. You know, I've done the best I can. These were all level at one point, and then they weren't, and then they were, and then they weren't. Honestly, I think it's the movement of the cars driving by. I think it's, I'm trying to remember how I sit on this thing. Is that it? I don't think so. My orthopedic cushion, the bumps in the back, right, people? Right? So anyway, it's been a doozy. I believe I have almost all the yarn related stuff. I have a couple boxes that were like my LK150 boxes for shipping that are not here yet, but should be soon. I am going to try to set this up so I'm not holding this and get you a better view. So I have an Alexa out here, and I don't know if you saw when I did my LK150 shot, you know, people were not being the most gentle. I had a box to put this in. Of course, nobody did that. So they broke off 4 fins over 2 sections, which means the left section and an interior section, and it will not work without the fins. I've tried and tried and tried. You just would have to be too dainty. So so it works for about 70 stitches on this one. So I've left it here. I can still do some stuff with it. I'm not getting rid of it. I could make a cowl on it, whatever. But I did end up ordering an LK100 that I found on eBay. That's 100 stitches at a slightly wider gauge. Just to play around with that. I then have my very large LK150 that's actually 200 stitches in the house on a table in our family room. You walk into the living room, the master bedroom and bath is off of that. You go into the dining room. The kitchen is off one side with the laundry room, and then out to the back porch and the back pantry. So it's kitchen, dining room, family room. The 2 kids' bedrooms are off there with a bathroom, and then we've got a playroom back there also. So it's basically all the same rooms we had in the other house, minus 1 bathroom, and about 200-ish square feet less. And that's fine. The floor plan is really nice. It's much cozier. I really like it. Today is the first day of Prudence going to a new first grade because we are 15 miles away from where we were about. That's 9 miles, I think. But it's a different district, a much larger district, at least twice as big. So she went from a small school in kindergarten to then the last school was double that size for kindergarten and part of first grade. She's chosen to finish out the year at the new school. Her cousins who live right next door and are in the grade below and the grade below that also go. Their dad drives. And because it's our 5 acres, our cousin's 5 acres with his 2 daughters directly below Prue, and then his parents, my Aunt Donna, in the 5 acres there. And then the 5 acres here, kind of across from us to make the square, is the 5 acres my husband grew up on. That is not a current family member. There were also 10 more acres in the back that the grandparents lived on, and it was the central point of the farm, and that's no longer family. So it was nice that we were able to get this and stay in the family, get it from Grandpa Fred after he passed. And my husband's having the time of his life. They had to go on horseback today to go round up a cow. They're building some kind of corral thing in our falling down barn that we've got to do some repair on. I mean, he's just in hog heaven. My daughter was a little nervous this morning, but very excited. And she'll be going to some event that Aunt Donna's taking her to with the cousin tonight, a reading event for school. The weather has been so crazy. It is so stinking cold. I mean, it's freezing cold. It's like 60 degrees today with heavy winds. We don't have the trees here. We're on like a hill in like the desert. It's windy. But I love the house. It's got vaulted ceilings and brand new carpet because it was still the original 80s carpet. It really needed a redo. And a little bit of repainting for me that I'm not done with. So I really like it. The vaulted ceilings and those porches make the light that comes in so nice. I'm legally blind and I have no pigment in my retinas. So too much light kind of blinds me out even more. And so we're really kind of having a great time. I went 2 weeks without picking up anything. I have a very dense sweater that I need to put on the last sleeve. It's in the house, so I'd go grab it. And it was Briggs and Little yarn, so it's a little bit heavier. And in my Mrs. Brown's bag, I had just a skein of regular acrylic, just a worsted, nothing fancy. So, right before we moved, I got my 2.0 upgrade. Oh, can you hear that? That's the tractor. So they got the tractor running again. Anyway, I got my 2.0 upgrade to my Dean and Bean sock machine. I'm very excited, but I have not put it together yet. I also got another cylinder with it, a Tuttle style cylinder that should allow me to make some good fingering weight beanies, at least kid size. But I decided to just cast on a really quick worsted raglan. I've always wanted the garter stitch. I just can't do it though. I get so bored. So I did a few rows of garter stitch, and then I started my increases in the garter stitch. It's very hard to tell. I wasn't sure what the effect would be. It's very hard to tell. It doesn't really matter which side you're on. It's very hard to tell. But then, you know, it just gets so bored that I had to go to stockinette, because I backwards knit, and I really love the going back and forth in the backwards knitting. So I'm working on that. I'm working on trying to get some extra naps in and some rest. I mean, it's 2:45 right now. I don't exactly know where my daughter is, but I think she's getting picked up right now early from school and coming home or going to Aunt Donna's. And I just don't know where the days go. I mean, we killed another Keurig, if you've been along for the ride. We've been married about 8 years now and have gone through 6 Keurigs. 6 Keurigs. Now, granted, a couple of those, I would say 3 of them were secondhand. They were ones my mom was getting rid of. So she'd had them for a couple years, and she got rid of them, or she bought them at a thrift store, had them for a while, and decided she wanted a different color. So then I would take them. So I think that's part of the deal. So I bought a brand new black one at Walmart today, and fingers crossed this one will last us a few years. I am trying to encourage my husband, who drinks a lot of coffee, to start doing the pots. And for me, I drink decaf, and I have ever since my hysterectomy. So I might start doing some small pots. I also have a 6-cup coffee pot, because it's just got to be less expensive to do the pots. And it would take up an awful lot less storage space in the pantry, because we do tend to stockpile a little bit on certain items. Because, you know, this week you can't get Ritz crackers. Next week you can't get noodles in the box that aren't spaghetti. It's all just crazy. But I really wanted to just try another live and pop on and give you 15, 20 minutes, maybe chat while we're sitting around. But I think my husband's coming, and I don't think he's had much of anything to eat all day. So I'm going to go feed him. I will be back again next week. Look for me on Instagram at Yarn Closet AZ for Arizona, and I'll post a time for the live. Look with your heart first, not your eyes.